Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 Vauxhall Zafira Tourer 2 litre CDTi SE. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. If you press and hold on the unlock button, you're able to roll down all 4 windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. Very simple. This Zafira Tourer does come with a 6-speed manual transmission, and to start, put your foot on the clutch, insert the key into the slot right here, and twist it like you would in a normal car. An electric rack and pinion power steering system is present on the Zafira Tourer. Standard on the SE trim is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. When equipped with the 2-litre turbodiesel engine producing 163 horsepower, the Zafira Tourer can be paired to either a manual or an automatic transmission, both being 6-speed units. To engage reverse for the manual transmission, pull a catch just below the gear knob and push the gear lever all the way to the left and forward. Engaging reverse activates the SE trim's standard front and rear parking sensors. Safety features on the Zafira Tourer SE includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability program plus, cornering brake control, traction control, adaptive brake lights, hill start assist, an alarm system with immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 second-row seats. As usual, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. "17-inch 10-spoke alloy rims wrapped in 225/50 R17 tyres are standard on the SE trim. Ventilated disc brakes and solid disc brakes are present front and rear respectively. The suspension gets McPherson struts in front and a Watts linkage setup at the back. The Zafira Tourer was introduced in 2011 as a replacement for the Zafira B, hence it is also known as the Zafira Tourer C, the C indicating that it is a continuation of the Zafira lineup. Due to the larger size of the Zafira Tourer compared to the Zafira B, the latter continued to be sold alongside the former until 2014 as a smaller and cheaper alternative. Earlier this year, a facelift for the Zafira Tourer debuted for the 2017 model year. The facelift comprises of new front and rear bumpers, new technological features, refreshed engines, and an updated interior design. This Zafira Tourer is powered by a 2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbodiesel inline-4 engine with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 163 horsepower at 4000 rpm and 350 Nm of torque between 1750 and 2500 rpm. From 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour, 9.8 seconds is needed and the top speed is 129 miles per hour or 208 km per hour. Fuel tank capacity is 58 litres and the combined fuel consumption for the Zafira Tourer 2-litre CDTi 163 manual is 53.3 miles per gallon or 5.3 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 139 grams per kilometer and the Zafira Tourer is a front-wheel drive vehicle. UK sales of the Zafira Tourer started at the end of 2011. Likewise, the facelifted 2017 model will go on sale at the end of 2016. Currently, the range consists of a single turbocharged petrol engine and 2 turbodiesel engines, while trim levels consists of Design, Exclusive, Energy, SRI, SE, Tech Line, and Elite. Exterior features of this Zafira Tourer SE includes automatic manual leveling, halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, halogen daytime running lights, front and rear fog lights, front and rear parking sensors, indicators on the front fenders, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, and silver effect roof rails. You do have your speaker down there together with some storage. Right here you do have your window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions. And you do have your window lock right here as well. You do have your mirror controls right here, right next to the interior door handle on the driver's side. To the left of the headlight switch, this lever allows you to adjust the level of the headlight, while this lever allows you to adjust the brightness of the interior at night. Down below, you do have a bit of storage. Vauxhall door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this Zafira Tourer SE does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. And that lever down there controls your seat position. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Zafira Tourer SE does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. The display for the climate control is shared with the infotainment display located right above. Back to the controls, which are fairly simple to use. You do have your fan speed in the middle, recirculation, air conditioning, different modes, front and rear defrost, driver's side temperature with your automatic mode, and your passenger side temperature. Down below the climate control panel, you do have a bit of storage, and if you pull this section down, it reveals your power outlet as well as your auxiliary and USB ports. Right up here, you do have a bit of storage, and to the left of the hazard light switch, you do have your central locking buttons. The Zafira Tourer SE comes standard with the CD400 Plus head unit that features various media connectivity options and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for a stock sound system, the speakers in the Zafira Tourer do sound quite decent. The head unit is very simple, the display is not touchscreen or anything fancy like that, so it is actually quite easy to use once you get to know all the buttons and whatnot. For the controls, or buttons if you will, you do have your 6 customizable stations right above, volume and power knob, your seat track buttons to the left. This radio or band button allows you to change between your FM, AM and DAB digital radios, and in those menus you can look at your list of available radio stations in the area, perform a manual tuning search and all that. CD obviously goes to CD, auxiliary allows you to switch between auxiliary and USB, and if you hit the phone button down below, you can access your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can dial a number, look at your phone book and all that. Hit the back button to go back to the previous menu. Hit the tone button to bring up your sound system settings. You do have your bass, mid, treble, balance and fader. Hit the config button to bring up your settings with your language, time and date, radio settings, phone settings and vehicle settings. If you hit the info button, it basically brings up your media information. So if you are in your radio menu, it brings up your radio information. If you are in your USB menu, it brings up your USB information. You do have your various radio buttons right here, and the eject button for the CD player is located right here. The CD player is down here. It is MP3 compatible. Large front quarter windows, on the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your cruise control and speed limiter controls, while the right spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, your seat track wheel. If you click the wheel down, it allows you to select your different media source. You do have your on-hook, off-hook buttons right here as well for the Bluetooth telephone system. These buttons also doubles up as your voice control and your mute button. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and on the left stalk, you do have your indicator controls. If you locate the menu button, the wheel and the set clear button on the indicator stalk, you can actually control your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now, you do have your digital speedometer. Use the wheel to go through the different sub-menus. Trip 1, Trip 2, Range, Average Fuel Consumption, Instant Fuel Consumption, Average Speed, and back to your digital speedometer. Hit the menu button to go to the next menu, and right here you can change your units, look at your remaining oil life, and set your speed warning. hit the set clear button at the end of the indicator stalk to set your various options as well as clear your various values. Down below, you do have your mileage. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You use this lever to adjust it. Right here you do have the Zafira Tourer's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. Right here you can turn on or off the vehicle's parking sensors. And right here you can turn off the vehicle's traction control system. Behind this cover you do have a bit of storage. You can pull this section out to reveal a couple of cup holders. And you do have an adjustable center armrest for the front with storage down below. Auto dimming rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. Right here you have the button to turn off the interior sensors for the alarm system. The driver's side sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a couple of lights. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do get your speaker down there together with a cup holder and some storage, and you do have your window control right there. The three middle row seats in the Zafira Tourer can be adjusted independently of each other. You can slide the seats forward and back using levers at the base of the seats, you can fold the seat backs down using the black and red straps at the bottom of the seat backs, and you can also flip the outer two seats forward using the levers next to the headrests to enable access to the third row seats. One neat feature of the second row seats is, if you move the outer two seats forward, you can actually flip the middle seat down and pop two armrests out using the buttons on either sides of the middle seat's headrest. To fold the third row seats down, go to the boot and locate two black and red straps on the seat backs, pull it, and flip the seat backs down. Now that I am in the last row of seats, there is actually not a lot of legroom back here. I'm sitting at quite an awkward angle. The last row of seats is best reserved for smaller people or children. But for the last row of seats, you still do get a couple of cup holders down there. As well as storage areas on either sides. No grip handle, but you do get a light. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat, but that is actually not needed since there is quite a lot of legroom in this car for the second row. You do get about more than this, and I do get about this much headroom. The second row seats are actually quite nice and comfortable. It is in its furthest back position, so you do get this luxury of quite a lot of legroom. But you can move the second row seats forward so you can have more legroom for the last row of seats. But for the second row of seats, you still do get a couple of storage pockets on the front seat backs, a storage area right here and right down here. You do get a power outlet down there as well, and the front center armrest can actually be moved forward, and there is a catch below which you can unhook, and you can actually remove the front center armrest as well as the cup holders beneath this armrest if you want to do so. You do get aircon vents on the B pillars, and you do get grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides at the back. Your rear interior lights right above. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right beneath this portion right here. With all the seats in place, boot space in the Zafira Tourer measures 152 litres. This figure increases to 710 litres with the last row of seats folded and 1860 litres with all the rear seats folded. Underneath the boot floor, you can find a bit of storage as well as the vehicle's toolkit and jack. For extra privacy, there is a cargo cover present to keep items in the boot secure. This car is equipped with privacy glass for the rear windows and the rear windscreen. You do get adjustable headrests for all 3 rows in this car. You do get your window control right there, with some storage down below, and down below you also do have your speaker. You do get a bit of under-seat storage for this side. And the front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well. It just loses out on the height adjustment as found on the driver's side. You do get a dual Glovebox setup in this car. You do have a smaller one down below. And a slightly bigger one right above. It does extend all the way in. But if not, you do get a bit of storage right here. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 Vauxhall Zafira Tourer 2-litre CDTi SE. Thanks for watching and goodbye.